Good evening, and welcome to another exciting installment of La Théâtre de Phénix. Culture really does bring us together, doesn't it? It shows us that we are all just mindless habos running around the same hotel. In our last installment of La Théâtre de Phénix, we were introduced to our protagonist, heroic lawyer, one might even say ace attorney, Phoenix Wright, as he defended his best friend from school, Larry Butts. Now, a new case is unfurled. His mentor, hotshot attorney herself, Mia Fey, has been murdered. And the only suspect the police is looking at is Mia Fey's own sister, Maya. In his investigations, Phoenix not only took on the case, but also met an incredibly bizarre young woman called April May. And in her hotel room at the Gatewater Hotel, yes, I see what you did there, he discovered a wiretap. Certainly, things are afoot with Miss May. We shall see what happens. Once again, our cast has returned, with the exception of one. Our apologies, it is a cast illness. It's not that illness, but it is a cast illness. We do wish her the very best in her recovery, although, in standard theatre producer fashion, she'll never work in this town again. Now, I present to you the next chapter of Turnabout Sisters. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Oh, I say, I love that.
Gavel! The court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defence is ready, Your Honour. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me like on an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then.
You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. There it is. We found the body by this window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck with a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in the girl's hands, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Let me add this to the court record.
Now, Detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence that she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. the defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phénix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? Well, we had a witness. We had a witness.
Pull yourself together, man, for Christ's sake.
Sorry, it's I get stage fright. Why? Well, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honour. Cross-examination? What? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Oh, hey! Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. Huh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honour. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
As soon as the phone call came in, there were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phénix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? Well, we have witnesses describing her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
Hmm.
Exactly. What about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and then she sure isn't pink, pal. I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Gah!
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Oh, I say.
Gavel!
How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the words Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote killer's name.
Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
Tut tut. You have it backwards, detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But...
No butting your way out of this one, detective.
Oh, I say, that was a slam. That was a
Bloody
slam.
hell, that was...
Gavel! Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? Oh, God, when was it? Bloody hell. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Thank you. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say?
Yeah, there is. What should I say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Thank you for updating it there in the report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Oh, I say, own eyes.
Bloody
Oh, very
hell,
bad, very
eyes.
bad.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Oh, I say she's,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
smoking.
May, that's a pun.
Gavel, gavel, to order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September the 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Big boy?
Easy.
It was like 9 p.m. at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her, the mousy blonde sitting in the defendant's chair. Then, the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. The woman in the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy bit. Wink.
Well, Your Honor?
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any,
Wait, Your Honour.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite, firm, don't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you are Miss Maya Faye's, now, there's too many Fays involved, and they've all got names starting with M. I'm very sorry.
That's true, don't worry.
Thank you. I'm sure you have the same experience.
Carry on, man.
Sorry, I understand you were Ms. Mia Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Oh, what shall I do it? Yeah, go on, I'm going to do
Don't
it.
bother.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to.
Right, I don't.
She has to have some weakness.
Behind my ear.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
It was like 9 p.m. at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side, and then she, slumped. But that girl, she caught up with her, and she hit her. And then
that's it. Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's got to be something in there somewhere. Maybe I'd better just press her on the facts a bit.
It was like 9 p.m. at night. I looked out the window, there was a girl that was attacking her, and then she kind of dodged to one side, but then the other girl with the mousy hair, she caught up to her, and then she hit her.
That's it. There's almost a
It was like 9 p.m. at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then there was a girl that was attacking her, and then she did the finish her, and then she went to one side.
Hold it! She dodged. Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please, continue your testimony.
But that girl, she caught up to her, and she hit her.
Hold it! How did you know it was my client?
Well, first of all, she had a girl's physique. And, secondly, she was, small? Who else could it be but her?
She has a point. She was small. I'm going to question her testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Oh, I was questioning such a
Oh,
hot
blimey!
Oh, Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning of this? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this specifically. I mean,
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
ah!
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me.
Hey.
However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honour. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. Didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Good Lord.
I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had that.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off into the night. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. That clock, the kind of statuey clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off into the night. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think.
Objection! Miss May?
Mm-hmm.
What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Naughty Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Oh my God, that happened the other day.
Drinking it.
Gavel! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know that was a clock?
Objection. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection! But questions are all I have, Your Honour! And you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once, actually.
Gavel! Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's, because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay and Co?
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay and Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honour. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Why am I not satisfied? Your Honour, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
Oh my god, what a revelation.
Oh, clockwork.
Clockwork? Clocks need clockwork.
Oh, Gavel! How could you possibly?
Just have a look as soon as you can.
Oh.
See anything interesting, Your Honour?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
Oh my god!
I don't believe it! No clockwork!
Gavel! Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
That?
Well, Miss May?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty. Somehow. He knew!
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
No. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh! Impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Oh, when was it? Oh. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
You have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is a defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Oh my god, are these lawyers going to guess?
Murder?
Oh my god, that is...
Gavel! Order!
The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
Good detective, better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not! Let's hear the conversation.
Beep.
Oh, you just want me to hold on to the sinker for you, then?
If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Your Honour, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court?
Not particularly.
Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
Now, the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I do. The witness claimed she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Go then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today.
You're milking it!
Oh.
Oh dear.
What's it to you, porcupine head?
Porcupine.
Stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? Did it, and she should die for it. Die.
Oh my god, she's really taking a
Bloody
chance.
hell.
Really?
That's no outrageous.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask, tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this, behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honour. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... why did she know she was a clock? The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honour. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Take that. Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's room.
Oh my god, in a
Look, she went in his
You
room.
got
That's
a
right.
wiretap?
Gavel! Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May? You were taping the victim, Miss Maya Fay's phone, were you not?
Objection. Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness... That's better. That the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Sorry to drop that. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Take that, I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Beep.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue of the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May? You used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection. Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honour, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defence demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May?
Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right, you lawyer?
Oh, you just put her
Lost it.
It's not fair. All of you are ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl. Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now.
Hey, I've seen the real Miss April May.
Now to
Totally
deal with
seen
the
it
final
already.
blow. What should I do? That's it. I'll tell her you did it. No, I won't. I'll go, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't it tippity-tapping relevant?
Gah! She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants us to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Oh, he's just
Oh,
slam on
he's
it.
got it. Kind of true.
Got it.
Oh, while the court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with his murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Bet you would. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, can. I will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 p.m. at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Mm-hmm. Iced coffee, I believe it was. iced coffee, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have like regular coffee, which sometimes I call second drink.
Iced coffee?
What, you think I'm making this up? Just ask that sweet bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
Oh,
Oh, God, it's
oh
just
that makes sense.
Gavel!
They should kiss.
Phone.
So, gavel again. So where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. I'm going to call the bellboy as a witness. The defence would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk it quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Ms. April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May is not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Ms. Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I'll accept the condition. All right, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Gavel! Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bell boy.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bell boy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 p.m. On the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished.
I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 p.m. in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 p.m. on the dot, sir.
Hold it. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock? the time of the murder. Hold it! Precisely 9 o'clock then.
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9? Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself.
Hold it! You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. We're laughing together.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embarrasser, sir.
Embrasser? Is that a French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious.
Still
That's
here,
what I
Your
said.
Honor. Still here.
The witness may leave the stand. Heard what I heard.
Can't let this happen, can I? I'm going to protest this. But wait! Please, wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection? Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
No, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I'll ask him about the room service. Tell me again about room service.
Again, sir? At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested a nice coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall.
Bloody hell. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Quite,
Bellboy,
I have a name. It's
tell us the
Phénix.
truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Don't tell him, Dennis. Objection! I object. That was objectionable.
You've run out of a thesaurus.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who, He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You fool!
I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you bought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honour, we have just learnt of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who is this other person?
Simple. It was... who was it again? The man who checked in with Miss May.
Woof.
Your Honour, as he has previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bell boy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd liked it if it was too late, wouldn't you?
Kiss!
After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
Ooh, upstart amateur. Oh, you look nice in that suit. These accusations are ludicrous.
Gavel! Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey.
Oh, thank God.
Court is adjourned. Gavel!
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there.
Really?
Yeah. I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh? That face of his.
Face of
I'm
his.
sorry.
With his eyes wide. No, if you feel that way too, I totally get it.
Oh, yeah.
You
no.
know, with the eyes wide and the trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
Yeah, well, if you say so.
You said so.
I know.
What happens with me? Do I gotta go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh.
But I've got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh! I get What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention centre now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis...
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention centre, and it's up to me to get her free.
Well, quite an exciting development, I think we can all agree. Where will the road take us, especially now a David and Goliath storyline has been set up between Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth? We all love rivalries throughout the ages. David, Goliath, Skywalker, Vader, Exotic, Baskin, et al. We shall take a brief intermission before we enter our next chapter of Turnabout Sisters. But you may, in your living rooms, have a round of applause for the wonderful cast, including an extravagant performance from understudy Hap Fiala, playing April May. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Do collect your interval drinks quickly, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back to La Théâtre de Phénix. As is the case in many theatrical productions, I see half of you left during the intermission. I promise not to hold this against you. But then I'm not a liar. Now, I believe it's time to return to the roots of what every lawyer does, not doing trials. You know, the obvious stuff that every lawyer does. Investigation and collecting evidence and talking to witnesses. You know, lawyer stuff. With that in mind, we return now to the investigation day 2 of Turnabout Sisters. September 7th, 3:11 p.m., Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to come visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Hey! Oh, here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask of me then?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? What am I going to do? Right, I'm going to talk to her. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Ah, the wiretap. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school,
This woman is impossible to talk to. I'm going to talk about her attitude. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers? Or just against me? Right. talk about...
Hello.
I'm gonna... Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Right, let's have a look here. Let's have a punt. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall? Yeah. It was a painting of... Oh, bloody hell, what was it? Is it sunflowers? No, it wasn't. Wasn't it? Wasn't it a very memorable painting? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Let's have a look here. What's on the table? What's this? Old photos? There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Look at this one. Why would Grossberg have a picture of this man? This might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. I'm just borrowing it. I'll return it later. Pop that in my wallet. Right, let's have a look here. Actually, I don't want to be here. I'm going to go to the hotel.
September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewaters rep, as they say.
Huh? Rep?
Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We could charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir.
Whoa! Miss May hasn't been charged with the murder.
I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee.
Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream?
So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Actually, I want to talk about Miss May. About Miss May.
Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said.
Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May.
Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
There we are, in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo? Right here. Let me have a look in the bag. Oh yeah, the purple-headed dude. Right, take a look at this photo.
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him?
An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Well, sure, why not?
Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, that was quick. Cheers. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Right, I'm getting out of here. I'll go to the detention centre.
You again? Can't you take the hint and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because of you. Because you won't talk to me.
So it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair. You also have a spiky heart.
That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving me head. Right. I'll give her a present. The picture. She might like that. Have a look at this.
I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you?
Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have proof that was him?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, proof.
Got excited.
Show me the proof.
I'm so close. Yeah, where's that proof? The affidavit. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. He told us everything he saw. He told us about the man you checked in with. He told us who he was. Now I'm getting somewhere. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this photo to the press.
What?
Even though he should be a witness to murder, this man is in hiding. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Jesus. Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp Inc. Limited.
Red White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call them a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder?
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead to this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Right, discard that affidavit, don't need that anymore. Right, I'm gonna move to Blue Corp.
September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office.
What's with the surreal decor?
Red White, that's your cue.
Welcome! Please, furnish me with the title of your personage.
Bloody hell, what the?
Your name! What's your name? I was just inquiringly asking the title that you go by.
Right, Phénix Wright. Inquirably.
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantesque vocabulary.
What's this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
What a fruitcake.
Oh. Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer such as have with a man such as myself?
Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Oh, right, let me get my synth out. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. And what a shock it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in the job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Right, more interrogation, synth. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can I say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
Still, Mr. White. The hotel bellboy has slated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although, I doubt you could be capable of doing that.
He raises a good question, actually. Right, let me put that interrogation synth away. Oh, no, let me bring it back. Why didn't prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May.
The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement.
Right, more interrogation. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue? Of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
I don't know. Oh, that painting. There's something that's been bothering me.
Yeah. Yes.
That big painting on the wall over there.
What
It's
might that-
gorgeous. Oh, no, you know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Excuse me, sir. Do you still want to play the synth?
Oh, no, I'll pop that away. Thanks for letting me use your plugs. Just yesterday, actually.
Oh?
My point is simple. Rather, my question
Your point-
is simple.
Your point be...
Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right. Oh, where you going?
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
A lawyer.
No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What? Ah! Oh! He punched me!
Would you like me to play the sinister synth, sir?
Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away! I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
Thanks for playing the suspicious synth. Let's go to the normal synth.
Anytime, sir.
Right, right. I'm gonna go to the law offices. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem!
Jump in, Jehoshaphat! Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Some pensive kind of synth. Right, so you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night. You see, I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just me sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
All right. I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defence? I think I have a right to know.
Right, Mr. Right. No. I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. You ask about Mr. White. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
What is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah, the big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Oh, bloody hell, what is it? Oh, yeah, he's blackmailing you. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if...
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White would be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone and gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Oh, bloody hell. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Isti Faye.
Faye?
Indeed. She was Mia's mother, rather. Sorry, my memory gets muddled sometimes.
That's right.
She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. A fraud!
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It was an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna give him a present. What am I gonna give him? Oh, the picture. Sorry, sir. I borrowed this.
Ah, so it was you, my boy.
Who is this man?
It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now.
He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. I'd better give him back this photograph.
Thank you again.
Here you go. That's yours.
Yeah, very kind, my boy. Thank you very much.
That's
Put
right.
this in my pocket.
Now, so I'm going to go now. I'm going to go to the Fainco law offices.
Have a nice day, boy.
That's all right. Thanks. Bye. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossbird said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Right, here, go and examine this room. Put my glasses on. Right, here. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Right, A, B, C. Which file should I have a look at? Just J to S. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Let's have a little skim. Sigh. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here, at the end of S. Suicide? Ooh. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. Oh! There's writing on most of these in pencil. What? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. What drove them all to... Oh no. Get the synth back out. I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Where's that newspaper clipping? Here. Right, let's have a look here. Oh, the plant, the fern. Let me move over. Oh no. I'm going to go to the Blue Corp. Pop on the bus. Oh!
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself. But it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty incident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent? Don't know why I said that questionably. Right, I'll give him the present. What am I going to give him? I have a newspaper clipping. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia.
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labelled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. Oh, bloody hell, what did he do? Yes, you were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office, hello.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. What do I want to say to him? He's wrong. You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
The secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please collect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this?
Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about? I'm so hungover.
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And, thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? Let me just take a bump of ketamine. That's the stuff. I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude! I told you I'd changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over way. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man!
What?
Mr. White, this isn't another one of those,
Chief Prosecutor,
I'm listening.
I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police. Now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent.
Hello, Winston Payne's office.
I feel faint. Oh.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts. Hairy butts.
Right, actually, Phénix, right. And my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human and being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
September 8th, 3:37 p.m., Detention Center. Visitors room.
I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be on it, of course. And Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had no idea.
Right. Mr. Wright?
Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention.
Just now, yeah. It's all thanks to you.
Now I'm afraid we switched places. I explained that what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well, you could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Huh? Yeah, like that.
All right, leave it to me.
Huh?
I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait.
What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding. But thanks, it's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay. Then, come to the court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
The sad, sinful way. It's the beginning of a new century. Yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself. Tomorrow, the true culprit will appear as a witness. This is it. It's me or him.
And the exciting conclusion of Turnabout Sisters will be next week on La Théâtre de Phénix. Now, as is tradition in the theatre, we have ended on a cliffhanger because the classic works of art always ended to keep the... I'm sorry, what's that? Just a TV thing? Never in the theatre at all. So I'm making it up as I go along. Well, this is coming out of nowhere. But I still think that you should have a standing ovation in your own house for the incredible cast of Turnabout Sisters for their wonderful work. And I'm going to drop that voice. I can't keep that up for ages. Thank you so much for watching La Théâtre de Phénix this week. If you could hold on for just a few minutes longer to show your appreciation for all of the cast. Their social media was posted during the interval, but I'm also going to post some of their projects that they're working on in the chat. So let us start with John Henry Fowle, who was our incredible judge. John, do you have some plugs for us?
Yes, I've got one plug. I mean, I did lie last week and say that I was doing a full Goosebumps marathon last week, but it turns out it's this week. I am going to be broadcasting an unspecified amount of Goosebumps on my channel on Twitch, starting from 12 p.m. on Friday. And you can join in, and if you so wish, you can contribute some money to which would go towards the Trussell Trust Food Bank charity in the UK. £5 will get you to get me to do a funny celebrity impression of your choice, and for every £50 I make, you add another book, which basically makes me suffer more. So I mean, if you just want to see a hairy man suffer, you know, contribute money.
He doesn't have a copy of Chicken, the worst Goosebumps story.
Sadly not.
Moving on to Hannah Raymond Cox, our incredible Maya Fey. Didn't have a lot to do this time around. We'll have a lot to do moving forward as one of our 2 series regulars, as you will. Hannah, plugs from you, please.
hi, I'm Hannah, and the biggest plug I can do right now is I'm part of Adventurers Wanted Undergods with our lovely detective Gumshoe as well, David Olwyn, and that will be going out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted later this month. It's a really great time, and you can actually stream all of our previous outings on YouTube and on that Twitch site. So do check us out.
Absolutely. So considering you mentioned David, are there other things you want to plug beyond Adventures Wanted?
I'd love to plug some other things.
Yes.
We can go to our Facebook page, Flamingo House Limited. I believe it's just Flamingo House is our, I've been reading Alice in Wonderland on there. We finished today, but I'm moving on to Looking Glass next. So 5 p.m. every day, you can tune in for a couple of chapters. Also, I'll be appearing in A Midsummer Night's Stream.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see what
That's
you
the
did
good
there.
stuff. That's the good stuff. April 11th at, I believe, 7:30, proper theatre time, as a properly rehearsed and, we've learned all the lines and we've thought about what it looks like to do a show on Zoom and are trying to do a show that works in a streaming scenario.
All right, bragging. You thought about how to do a show on Zoom.
To be honest, I'm taking a lot of credit for a lot of other people's work right now.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
I'll just be playing Oberon. That's it.
Fair enough.
See you around.
Tom Crowley made his debut tonight as Miles Edgeworth, a character we're going to see a lot of going forward. Tom, you've got a lot of what is the expression? A lot of pans in the fire? I don't know what it is.
I have a lot of pans in the fire. Very, very pan heavy. My kitchen is heaving. Hi, I think the one thing I'd like to plug is my podcast, Crowley Time. It's a sketch comedy podcast wherein I write all of the sketches and play all the parts myself because it's just me doing it. And also compose all the music in an amateurish way. I'd also like to say, if anyone's enjoying this, please do spread the word about it because it was a very exciting evening tonight. We had a huge number of viewers at one point.
We did.
Which is fantastic. And we'd love to see more of that going forward. And also just wanted to say, as well as listening to Crowley Time, spreading the word about Teatro de Phénix, also just wanted to say, I hope everyone's all right. Take care of yourselves. Limit your social interactions with people and your social engagements, and be kind to yourselves.
Yeah, I think very, very well said. Very well said. Angus, beat that.
Sean.
Good luck, Angus.
I'm doing surprisingly little. I'm taking mercy on the internet by not doing that much. But I do have a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, which I do which is out every week. It's called Chaotic Adequate. If you'd like to listen to that, there are still plenty of episodes coming out fairly regularly because we've got a bit of a backlog. We bought lots of tins before the apocalypse. And also, I'm going to be teaching you how to make hot sauce on Sunday, around about 5 p.m. So if you go to my Twitter, which is just @AngusDuncan, and then there'll be links there to a live stream of me titting about in the kitchen, which I've been doing loads of recently.
Angus's live streamed cookery is relentlessly charming. I fully recommend it. Sadly, one of our cast couldn't be here today. Tash Hodgson, who plays April May, or played April May last week, wasn't here this week, but she will be back in Case 3 as Wendy Oldbag, if you're familiar with the video game series. But that's a thing that's happening. And I make sure to plug her appearance on the Beef and Dairy Network podcast, which also Tom Crowley has appeared on. It's very, very funny podcast. There'll be a link there. And also in her own podcast with her theatre company Kill the Beast, which is called Eglantine Whitechapel Supernatural Detective. With that in mind, Miles Hurley made his debut tonight. He had a brief, almost cameo-like role at the start of the case, but we finally got to meet Red White in all of his oily, sleazy glory, and it was just fantastic. Miles, did you have anything that you'd like to plug?
I don't, but I live with Hannah, so double up on all of Hannah's plugs.
Okay. Oh, yes. Make sure. Adventurers Wanted et al. And then finally, literally with like an hour and a half to go, Hap Fiala came in to fill in for April May, and I think we can all agree did a fantastic bang-up job. Round of applause from over here for Hap. Did an incredible job.
Yeah.
And Hap, plug.
Thanks, big boy.
Oh, God.
My name's Hap. I don't have a whole lot of creative stuff going on right now, unless you are into buying tacky acrylic jewelry. But if you head over to my Twitter page, I'm actually raising funds for my gender transition surgery next month. So check it out. Or if you're into some really weird shit, I will be live streaming my dog's birth in the wee hours of tonight on Instagram, if that's what you're into.
We're expecting between 5 and 11 puppies.
Wow.
That's a lot of puppies.
So awesome.
And then last and certainly least in the wake of these talents, myself. In terms of general plugs, obviously we'll be back next week with more Theatre de Phénix. If you enjoyed it, please spread the word to people. That would be lovely. I also do a online pub quiz. I know that's very in vogue at the moment, but I do one that's on Twitch if you would like to join in. It's called a Poco Quiz. It's on every Saturday at 8 p.m. And instead of just a basic general knowledge quiz, this Saturday is our Simpsons special. So make the most of that Disney Plus subscription and get cramming, because it's going to be, I think, a no-holds-barred competition. If you enjoyed all the content that's being put out tonight, please consider donating. There are 3 separate donate links, one for Twitch, one for PayPal, one for Ko-Fi, or Coffee, however the hell you pronounce it. And if you missed out on the previous episode of La Theatre de Phénix, there's also a link to my YouTube channel where you can see the first episode. I think that's all the plugs out of the way.
Yeah, don't worry, I've got no plugs. If other people have lots of pans in the fire, I have a single teaspoon over a candle, which is this right now. This is Scott, by the way.
Scott.
Scott needs this.
One more Scott.
Scott had nothing to plug, which is why I didn't mention him. He's also not on Twitter, so I can't.
I technically am at Scott Oswald. I haven't tweeted since 2009, so you can like one of my 2 tweets.
Stay strong, bro. Don't tweet ever again.
Don't tweet again.
Yeah, mate.
Don't tweet again. There was a part of me that was hoping you'd be like,
Beautiful work.
I've actually got an OnlyFans account where I sell pictures of my feet. I was really over that, but that didn't happen. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long. We are coming up to exactly 2 hours since the stream started. I just wanted to say a big heartfelt thank you to all of our incredible cast and all of you for watching. We'll be back next week to finish off Turnabout Sisters and start Turnabout Samurai on my actual bloody birthday.
Before we go, I beg your pardon. Excuse me. Hello, this is attractive prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I wondered if you'd like me to read Scott Oswald's last tweet before he stopped tweeting.
Yes, of course. Please.
He said on July the 3rd, 2009, first time I've been on here for a while. Heard Stephen Fry mention it on Top Gear, so I thought I'd give it another go. And that's all she wrote.
God's sake.
Aged well.
Top shit.
Well, on that incredible note, we wish you a very good night from everyone here at La Theatre de Phénix, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Back in 2009.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.